here at the Canfield Speed Farm. We're on lockdown, quarantine. My barber shop is closed, as you can see. Haven't had time to get my hair cut. We got this pristine 2011 Ford F-250 with the flex fuel. Bumper stickers are included. Don't mind the tailgate, that'll buff out. This beauty, two-wheel drive, got the 6.2 liter V8. We're gonna turn it into a monster truck. But before we do that, it's windy out here. We're gonna cut the axles off of it. But before we even do that, we gotta see how well she does some burnouts. But you can't do burnout with mufflers on. It's a rule in Ohio. You can't do burnout without mufflers on the truck. So that's why we got Sawzall here. We're gonna do the muffler delete, as they call it. See what we can do for some burnouts today. So tonight I'm working on bolting, I guess what they call as a top hat on our 5-ton axles for the ride truck. I got them from Adams Off-Road Performance. Gary's had them laying around actually for a while for these 5-ton axles. And basically we have this plate that bolts on here, a spacer that goes here, and then this piece here goes on the top. Kind of hard to do with one hand. This is all 3/8 plate, pretty heavy stuff. So that bolts on, bolts through there, and then basically weld this here, and then this gives us a platform for our 4-link tabs that will go up here. Once connected to the cradle with 4-link bars, we'll know where our 4-link tabs are going to go here. So putting together some old school kind of stuff with these 5 tons. First time I've ever worked on this kind of stuff. So just trying to keep on plugging away here while we're on lockdown, and hopefully by the time all the dust settles and the smoke clears and this damn virus is gone, we've got Mayhem the ride finished and ready to give people rides. So I'm gonna get behind the helmet here. Got this brand new FGS series welding helmet from Lincoln. This thing is badass. It's really cool because you can, you don't have to switch back and forth between a grinding shield and a welding hood, because this thing is both. So you got a grinding shield under there, you flip it down, and you got your welding mask. Pretty slick. Chiseling away at the ride truck. It's getting down to the time now where I think we need to buckle down this weekend and really dig into it pretty deep and get some work done. The axles are all taken out from underneath it. There's the front 5 ton with the 4-link tabs welded on, and the top hat ready for upper 4-link tabs. Got the factory coil mounts cut off the front because we're going to put actual coilovers on here, so we're going to have mounts for the coilovers. The back is going to be old school 5-ton leaf springs, so we cut off all the factory leaf spring mounts, remove the fuel tank so it's easier for cutting and welding, and we're actually going to build a subframe underneath this that'll go all the way up behind the transmission cross member under the cab, and it's going to come all the way back here, and that's what we'll build our leaf spring hangers off of. A little bit more support than just the stock frame, plus it gives us a little bit nicer surface to weld to for our leaf spring perches. Obviously 5-ton back here, but been a lot of cutting, a lot of grinding, disconnecting lines and wires and hoses, and we're hoping to have this weekend, we're hoping to have the rear axle under it, the subframe done. There's the material we're using for the subframe. It's 3x3 by 250 wall tubing. And here's our 5-ton stuff, our 5-ton leaf spring mounts, the hangers. Got one of our coils there, the SCS transfer case, big massive U-bolts. But yeah, this weekend we're hoping to have the rear axle kind of done, the subframe done, and the leaf springs underneath the back, and they're basically sitting sitting on its own suspension on the back this weekend, so see what we can make happen.